Good morning, beautiful people.
Hey everyone.
And welcome to a small town by the name of Liscannor, I think.
Yes.
But we decided to stop here on our way to our actual destination. That's one of the beauties of having a car. You can basically stop wherever you want to instead of adhering to strict routes, I guess. But more importantly,
Yes.
it kind of reminds us, or at least me, reminds me of home. I mean,
it does.
this is like a little surface corner, very much like Muizenberg would be. Just they've got a random little beach here.
There are surfers. Apparently
There's-
surfing is a big thing.
Yeah,
which
there's
is
like little
awesome.
surf shops and surf men on boards, and it's just everywhere. So it reminds us of home, really.
In the bathroom, someone wrote a sign saying you cannot buy happiness, but you can buy a surfboard. So
What the? That sounds very Cape Townian.
it really feels like home, which is strange.
It is a bit. And today is a little bit more temperate, so we're up for another day of hiking.
Very
This time
excited.
with I think a little bit more of a scenic route.
We're going to do the proper touristy thing, and we are going to hike, or rather walk, along the Cliffs of Moher. We're going to start at the bottom or the beginning, depending on your perspective, and we're
Yeah.
going to see how that goes. Get some more steps in.
Yeah. Apparently, doing it this way, you avoid a little bit of the entrance fees that are associated with the visitor center
Parking.
at the actual
it's mainly
start.
the parking, yes.
Yeah. So let's go take a look.
That's it. Cool, we made it. We got the car parked. If you come to Hag's Head, if you start at Hag's Head, there's a family-run car park which is €2, so you still have to pay, but it's not €6, so save it. But let's start. Okay, ready to get in?
Yeah, so I'm really sorry if nobody can hear anything. We are on the Cliffs of Moher, so there's a fair amount of wind, and I don't know if the audio is going to be okay.
I will try and enunciate. I know I have a problem with my voice volume, but chances are you guys aren't going to hear anything I say today. So I'll try.
We do have like a wind reduction mic, if I can call it that.
Oh yeah, we do.
So it's supposed to help with it, but we don't really know how effective it's going to be, so sorry.
Wow. That is something. It's a proper like jaw-hanging moment. So we got from the car park to the start, and we're at Hag's Head, named after the thing that looks like a hag's head. It's a really cute legend behind it, but I don't know the details. Something about a witch who had the hots for a dude and chased after him in the countryside, and then he like hopped across and she followed. Yeah, that's all I know.
If anyone from the area has like a fuller explanation of the story, please let us know in the comments down below. But for now, let's get going. Oh, we also forgot to mention, pretty much right above Hag's Head, there's this old watchtower, or the ruins of an old watchtower, that probably served as a lighthouse at some point, if I had to guess.
I unfortunately don't know. It looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit nervous. I do have a heights thing, so it's still beautiful though, so I'm focusing on that. I'll be fine. Just need to be this side of the coast.
Luckily there's plenty of space. It's actually really awesome. The farmers have pretty much made some of their land available for this. So yeah, and even made pathways and everything. And all they really ask in return is that you keep it clean and enjoy the sites for what they are. And yeah.
Oh, don't feed the livestock, which is why, David, I'm not giving carrots to the cow. I'd love to, but I can't.
Maybe we can find some other cow beasties to feed though. Yeah, so I don't mean any offense to anything that we've done in Ireland thus far, and the whiskey was delicious. But I think thus far this is my highlight of Ireland. It's just so stunningly beautiful here. I mean, on the one side we've got cliffs, countryside and beach on the other side.
They're like Disney princesses. Come here.
It's the ladybug.
No, it's a little something. Yeah, okay.
Not
Just had
a
to-
beard. Everywhere outside of the beard.
Just need a sunscreen break. It's a gorgeous day, but just in case.
Man, this place is awesome. So beautiful. I just wish the wind could die down a bit so that I could fly my drone a bit. And
Sheer drops.
yeah, just like imagine a drone cruising around the side here. Man, it would look cool.
Do in.
Yeah, I'm not keen to lose my drone, but I would like to fly it. We'll see, maybe nature favors us later.
Yeah, we're halfway to the visitor centre, which is that way.
That and our hair is an absolute mess. I promise it looked better when I left home this morning, but I need to get a haircut anyway. I think both of us do. But anyway, how far have we walked? Like 3 kilometers or so?
It's 3 kilometers. The whole trail is, depending on the source you read, 18 to 20 kilometers.
Yeah.
So it starts at Hag's Head and ends at Doolin.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the path is the visitor centre. So we're kind of
Oh, I thought it's at the end.
No, it's in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Middle-ish. They do have a shuttle service available, so if you want to do the full hike, you apparently can. So you just need to arrange where they pick you up and then they take you back to your starting location, which is pretty neat. I don't know who wants to walk 18 kilometers in a day.
I think lots of people do, but we just don't feel like it anymore.
Yeah, no. Actually, it's a silly statement. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Yep. So we made it to our little turning point. We're going to turn around now so that we've got a total hike of just under 8 kilometers or so. I'd say mostly we are driven by the desire for food, but also
Always.
we don't want to walk too far because it's getting super busy that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, most of the people come from the visitor center, so we're going to turn around and head back. So something that we've noticed since coming to Ireland is that most of the walls are surrounding the property, I guess hedges or hedge walls, I don't know what you call them, but they're not really made out of mortared stone, it's just like stacked stones. And what we learned afterwards is that the type of stone stacking is dependent on the region, like the province.
It's province, yeah.
And I think they've got 4 different methods in 4 provinces, basically one for each province. Oh yes, and something else, we also learned, or we read up on this, that while driving on the roads of Ireland, you need to be careful not to drive too close to the hedges, like the bushes on the side, because most of them are actually obscuring the stone walls that are right behind them. And a good example is this pretty much right next to us here. You'll see that there's a tricky stone hiding on the other side.
Yeah, so the roads are quite narrow, and most of them have these walls that are covered in bushes. So it looks like if you were to accidentally veer off, you hit a bush, but chances are you're going to damage a car. So be careful, especially if you're getting a rental.
Any hoodle, we're back on the road. We're going to find our way to Liscannor. I don't know how to pronounce these names. Like, I think my German pronunciations were better than my Irish pronunciations. But now that we're done with our exercise for the day again, we're going to treat ourselves to a little bit of something. So stay tuned for the tastes of Ireland.
Horns Anchor Inn to get some fish and chips. Something I'm excited for.
Yeah, fish and chips and a little bit of beer though. We're not just going to have fish and chips. It's hot, we're thirsty, and it's going to be amazing. We didn't really have to drive very far, so if you are planning on coming out this way and doing the hike along the, what do they call it again? The Cliffs of Moher, then, I mean, why not stop afterwards for a nice lunch and a beer? It sounds like the perfect day, to be honest.
Yeah, this is definitely a highlight of the hike for me. I mean, I like the walking, but the consuming of good fish and chips.
Well, we don't know if it's good yet. We hope it's going to be good though.
The ratings for this place is really good, so I'm hopeful. I'm always optimistic. It's so cool.
Guinness is amazing. It's like, I mean, I've had it before, but it tastes better in Ireland, I swear.
It looks so amazing. So we have the fish and chips of today is haddock. We're used to hake. Cape Town, we obviously have the Cape hake, which is delicious. So I have no idea what this is going to be like, but it looks amazing. And then we have tartar sauce. There's a little bit of lemon and these beautiful thick cut chips. So I am going to dig in. Oh, I don't know if the microphone picks up that crunch. But that is, oh my goodness, look how flaky that is. That's good. Look at that. It's just flaking. It's so beautiful. Need to have the tartar sauce. It's really good. Ooh, they've got some Dijon mustard in there. That's really, it tastes like mustard. It's really good. Now I'm just gonna dig in. That was really good. The fish is actually quite meaty, so he only describes it as being like lamb almost. But just in terms of texture, like it's a very thick fish. That was really tasty. That was good. Ooh, and I really like the thick cut chips. Normally I like fries, like McDonald's chips fries, but that was really tasty. Obviously like the thick chips like absorb all the vinegar, so I just like drown it, but very good.
Yeah, that really was delicious, and the Guinness just rounds it off so well. It's really nice on such a hot day, especially with some fish and chips. And the fish, like, I've never had haddock before, but haddock is like, as Jeanette said, a meaty fish. Not oily, but like buttery almost. Really tasty.
2 thumbs up. That was pretty good. I'm happy that I decided to get some fish and chips after the hike. That was
You decided.
That was my idea from the start. But anyways, we're going to head back to the cottage now. It's a good 90-minute drive, so we won't bore you with that, with the wonderful effects of movie magic. We'll time travel.
Hello again.
Hey there.
So we're back at our little cottage, at our Airbnb, but we've been meaning to do something for the last couple of days, and I don't think that we're really going to get another opportunity to do so, as we are leaving tomorrow.
We're going to stay in Limerick for a few days.
Yeah. So there's this weird ruins of a cemetery and what seems to be an old church here, and we want to just like explore it a bit and see what we can spot. If I'm not mistaken, I think this area, this little town or whatever we're staying in, is actually named after that. I think that used to be an abbey. But yeah, so we're going to explore that a bit and hopefully get some cool shots from it.
And the crows don't help.
Most of the gravestones here are so old that they've just been worn down by time, so you can't actually see whose grave it is. So it's just almost unmarked graves at this point.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Our main interest coming here is there are all sorts of these buildings throughout the countryside where they don't have roofs. It's just literally an abandoned building.
Yeah.
This one happens to have a cemetery with it, but I was really curious about the actual building itself. So this one was an abbey.
Yeah.
I think it was an abbey.
However, I do think the majority of these buildings, you can see that they've got religious connotation. So it's just buildings that unfortunately fell out of use. But this here, all around us where the cemetery is effectively now, used to be indoors, because you've got pretty much that there is the chimney. And then you can see those are outside windows.
And there's a fireplace.
Yeah.
Over there, the alcove is a huge fireplace.
So at some point in time, this used to be the inside of a building. Well, this was a rare treat. Some parts of this abbey was actually constructed as far back as the 13th century, I think it was. So yeah, it's really, the stones here are just ancient. But really fun to just walk around. I mean, this is just literally...
Fun.
No, it is fun in terms of, you know, exploring a little bit of history, which is right here in people's backyard. But we're gonna head back to the Airbnb now. We are knackered. And just like that, another beautiful day in Ireland is done.
Got some coffee and scones now. We figure it'd be the best way to end the day while we do some work. Yeah, thanks for coming along with us today.
Stay awesome.
I will see you next time.